Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is James, and today we're going to be watching another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen, episode 18. Welcome back to another anime reaction. We've been doing a lot of these lately. I've been really enjoying them a lot lately. So last episode, I think, was the end of the three-part kind of arc about the sister school exchange. I was really enjoying that. Low-key, I kind of hope there's a little more fighting, but Mai and Maki had some really awesome character development. I mean, dude, I just love this anime. This anime is done so well, and recently especially, it was a little more action heavy, but recently especially the characters have been done incredibly well. I've really been enjoying that. So we got a lot more about Maki and Mai this last episode. I'm curious to see what we do now. I think we're over with the exchange event, but I'm not completely sure. And I really just want to get into this episode. So, as always, the full-length reaction is going to be up on our Patreon, as well as next week's reaction, which is going to be episode 19, and then just tons of other stuff. There's Haikyuu, there's tons of Marvel, different kind of stuff like that. So if you want to go check that out, support us, help us keep doing what we're doing, that would be awesome. Either way, though, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching this video. And as always, to avoid the copyright, there's going to be a free link in the description that you guys can go watch, and then come back here to hear our thoughts, theories, and reviews. Let's get into Jujutsu Kaisen episode 18. I didn't really get that Jujutsu stroll. Okay, this episode was okay. So they tricked me because it didn't say the exchange event, and it technically isn't the exchange event anymore. But that was really cool of a reveal where it was like, oh no, it's not the exchange event. It's like boom. So I am loving this show. We're back to the main plot line. We got the curses here. We have Gojo. We have the big league people. Finally, it's not just like Itadori, stranded by himself, who can put in some work here. But then these curses are insanely powerful. So I don't really know what's gonna happen. The blood form is by far the coolest cursed energy form of all time. It's just so cool. The like magic and effects and different things they can do with that. The fighting is absolutely incredible. Fushiguro, I believe, is part of the clan, right? Which is kind of cool. That he's also estranged, a lot like Maki. And that's very interesting. I always think that the whole like family clans, different things like that, as they're developing that culture and that lore a little bit more, is really fascinating. But dude, I can't say enough good stuff about this show. It's just incredible. And that whole conversation that they had about the greater good and then following your personal conscience, I thought was really fascinating. And personally, it's like I almost feel like they're both a little bit wrong, where it's like Fushiguro is right, but that's deeply flawed if your conscience is not like formulated, right? Like if you can't trust your conscience, like if you were raised by, you were Hitler's son, your conscience is going to be incredibly perverted. So you can't trust your conscience, but at the same time, justifying things for the greater good is usually generally wrong, especially if you're justifying wrongs for the greater good. So I don't know. It was kind of a fascinating discussion, and I really like that Jujutsu Kaisen has been pushing those sorts of discussions more and more in the episodes, and it really adds a lot of weight and depth to the show, but also the fights and the conflicts and kind of the political rivalry and different sort of behind the scenes playing it. It really makes the villains, so to speak, not really that bad. Like, I want to hate the principal in the other schools, but really when you think about it, I get it. I get why they think that Itadori is a liability, a huge liability, like a giant cursed magical liability. And so it's really understandable, and so it makes them antagonists without making them villains, which is incredibly hard to do as a story. So I am loving the show so far. Like I said before, the full-length reaction of this episode is going to be up on our Patreon, as well as next week's reaction, and then just tons of other stuff, tons of other anime, different content. So if you do want to check out our Patreon, support us, help us keep doing what we're doing, that would be incredible. But either way, thank you for joining us in this video. Thank you for watching. Stick around, like, subscribe, and hopefully, if you do, we'll see you all in the next video.